everyone, welcome back to my channel, Elemental Origins. My name is Starr, and today I'm going to enter into the space with a lavender and rosemary smudge stick. And I don't know how really to describe this, but I was having some trouble setting up, and I wanted to go in with some California sage, and then something told me not to, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll use a soundboard instead. And then I was given this notion of, if you are having an adverse reaction to particularly sage at this time, there's a high possibility, I'm so sorry, there is so much energy going on, I can barely talk, so everyone's going to have to bear with me today. But there is a high possibility that you have negative energy around you, a darker energy around you at this time. So if you normally use a lot of incense and you've been feeling like you don't want to, or you've been feeling like, it's overpowering all of a sudden, there's a high possibility that you have a lot of negative energy around you, and that's going to be something that you're going to want to work through, something that you're going to want to push through, to get through this next chapter, get through this next barrier I'm hearing. But I am going to go in with some sound. I'm feeling called to as well. Today's reading is for the full moon in Aries, and I was feeling a strong energy of a lot of you just wanting to get things done, getting ish done with love and grace. And there's this massive feeling from Spirit to make sure that we are thinking with compassion, with love in our hearts. And there's this idea of magic is coming through really strongly. And I was feeling it from last week, and I thought, we're coming into a time where manifestation is really ripe. And I think some of you have been trying to manifest, but not in as cohesively, not in practices that are as cohesive as you could be. So that's the only thing that needs tweaking, is how exactly you are manifesting and where you are manifesting from. Is it from love? Is it from grace? Is it for integrity? Or is it because you want XYZ for, materialistic gain only? And of course we can have a life of luxury, we're allowed that, but why do we want that? What is the core meaning of that? What is the core essence of that? Is that so you can share it with others? Is that so you can, live a life that your inner child has always wanted? What is the main reason why you are manifesting what you are manifesting? And I was feeling like there is such a rush to get it done, and remember, to be ripe to receive manifestations, you have to be in receiving mode. So, do your manifesting and then let it come to you. I feel like some of you are pushing right now when you should just be allowing everything to come to you. And also, I was feeling a strong sense of allowing healing to take over right now. And it should be taking precedent in your life. If you know that that's what you need to be doing this time, at this time, Start healing now, not tomorrow, not next day, not next week. Start the healing process now, I'm hearing. And we are coming into shadow season, so it's a real great time to start digging deep. And I know a lot of you out there have been digging and digging and digging and digging. I myself included. And even today, setting up for this reading, I've been having a real time. There is something that does not want me to get these messages out there for some of you in this collective. So I'm really grateful that you are still here, that you are showing up, because there is something that is pulling at a lot of people. And please only take what resonates. I have quite a diverse group of people that watch my readings, so only take the messages that truly resonate with you. But there was something that is not wanting me to be sharing the messages that I have been of late, and I was completely brought to my knees. I had to stop. I did my setup. I couldn't get things to work out the way that I kind of wanted them to. And then I was like, I can't do this. So I literally sat on the floor and I sobbed my heart out for about 20 minutes. And I was like, what on earth is going on? And, I just let it happen. I just let it come out. And I left the house and I came back and I feel in a much better state. But I thought, there is something that's stopping me even from being in flow. So know that no matter where you are in your journey, you can always be, affected by this negative energy that is happening around us daily. And I brought in a lot of protective crystals. I brought in my obsidian witch's hat. I brought in the evil eye again. So some of you, you're really experiencing a lot of negative energy around you. And I brought in my pyrite skull again this time, and also some moonstone. And I wanted to mention today that sometimes if I overuse moonstone, it actually causes more illusion than clarity. And I've just found that personally for me. So I think the message is, to be making sure that you are doing what fits your practices. It's okay to be, listening to what other people are doing, but you have to craft your own way of doing things. And, take information from lots of different sources. Do a lot of research before you, stick to one practice. And I'm being drawn to Wiccan practices here with my little feminine twiggy. But there is something in allowing yourself to just explore magic right now for some of you, and letting that be your truth, that you are just in exploration mode right now, and you don't have to know it all. And it's almost like you don't have to prove that you know anything to anyone. It's up to you what you do with your life, how you choose to live it. So stand in your strength, everyone that's here, and just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing it beautifully, I'm hearing. But the Aries full moon is the harvest moon. So the harvest moon always falls the next full moon after the equinox that we've just had. And we are still in equinox energy. I wanted to say, for those that might have missed, doing those manifestations, setting those intentions, it's about 6 months that we're sat in that equinox energy. And wanting things to come into fruition. So just because something has passed doesn't mean you can't tap into that energy. And I think this is what Spirit's trying to get me to speak to you all about, is that just because it's the Aries, full moon, doesn't mean that you have to be in Aries energy. You need to tune into what energy you are in at this time and allow that to be your truth. And I think it was 2022, I was kind of backwards in my year. Everything that was happening, I wasn't feeling into that energy, and I was giving messages for the specific moons, but I myself wasn't sat in those energies in those moon times. And I thought that's really interesting. And I'm glad that I stuck to my intuition and I followed what was happening within me, within my life, and I was able to navigate through that. So if you hear some things from, any other platform from me, and you think I'm not in that energy, that's okay. You don't listen to me and think that you have to be in that energy. Tune in to yourself. And I think we are coming into a time of a lot of you wanting to expand your intuition, and now is the time to be testing that out. So I've got 3 incredibly different piles today. I use different oracles for each pre-shuffle, and I've got some tarot decks by the side of me as well that I'm going to tap into. And I brought in the dark amethyst wand, and yeah, there's just a lot of magic that's happening right now. So be on the lookout for that, everyone. Be on the lookout for those synchronistic moments, those things that happen that just cannot be explained. And I think, some of you come here without truly believing in spirit, or not knowing what you believe in right now. But I think we can all agree that things happen in our life that we just can't explain sometimes. And I put that down to spirit, blanket term. I speak to galactics, I speak to all types of entities, but I just say that is spirit. And some of you might just call it universe, coincidences. I call it synchronicity. I don't believe in coincidences. I think absolutely everything happens for a reason. And just look out for those moments, those synchronistic, inverted commas, coincidences. Just keep looking out for them, because they are guiding you. But take a minute to pick your pile, everyone, and I will go ahead with pile number 1. Hello, pile 1, this is your reading. Let's see what spirit wishes to say to you on this Aries harvest moon. Oh my gosh, that felt like such a I think I can't speak, tongue-tied, and then I was thinking turkey twizzlers. So I don't know why my brain went to that, but that's something for someone. Reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnerships, and friendship. The sacred union. Whoa, that's crazy. Beloved within inner and outer relationships. So you've got 2 cards about reunion and the sacred union. Inner truth, and we've got the owl in reverse. And the number 7. The sustainer, and yeah, a bit of clay. You got 2. The nectar as well. What are they called? I can't remember what this deck's called. Archetype cards. You got 2 archetype cards, and feel like you might be shell-shocked at this time, Pile 1. I feel like you've just seen something and you think that can't be true. You've seen something and you thought that cannot be true. And your teams are saying, no, it's true. And with this inner truth here, it's like the truth is coming to light about something for you, Pile 1. And yeah, it's like you can't believe your eyes. And for some of you, this is something you don't want to be true, I'm hearing. And I've just sat with... I've just crossed my arms and crossed my legs at the exact same time. And I don't sit like that normally. So I think some of you you're in denial about something right now, Pile 1. And with this sacred union, this might be in denial that you need to start loving yourself a lot more. And I think you might come to these readings and get this message time and time again that you need to be creating union with self. And, I think you brush it off, or you don't hear it, or you don't want to hear it because you think, oh, I love myself. But is it a love yourself from a heart-centered space, or is it from an egocentric space, is what I want to share. There's almost this essence of, oh, I know it all already. Coming through, Pile 1. And yeah, Spirit is calling you out at this time. They're calling you out to say that under this full moon, choose to listen to your body. Choose to listen to yourself. Choose to listen to the truth. There is some truth that you're not wanting to see, Pile 1. And yeah, it's almost like you can hear it. I'm hearing like whispers in the wind, like Pocahontas. It's like it's in the wind, whispers in the wind. And it's almost like there's recognition coming for some of you. There's recognition coming for some of you, for something that you've done. Yeah. A 2 of Wands. It's like, I'm hearing total domination. Some of you're not believing that your blessings are going to come in for you. With this sustainer, it's like you've been molding for such a long time, yet you don't truly believe that you can receive. Yeah, the High Priestess. And your spirit team is telling you that you have to believe for it to come true. Wow. Yeah, and the Strength card wanted to jump out of the deck, and my cards don't really work like that for me. So there is a strength that you're having to tap into at this time, Pile 1, that's beyond anything that you've experienced before. It's like you're having to dig so deep. The King of Wands. There is an energy of love around you, Pile 1, that you're not allowing yourself to see. And that is the truth. Yeah, the Empress. It's like you are in such divine energy, and either you're concentrating on the things that aren't quite in alignment right now that you're wanting to come in, or you're not allowing yourself to see just how much you have grown. But the 6 of Cups, it's like you give so much to others, Pile 1. You give so much to others, yet you don't give enough to yourself. That is the truth. Yeah, bottom of the deck energy. Bottom of the deck energy, 10 of Wands. It's like you carry such weight for others, Pile 1, and you can't sustain that forever, is what I'm hearing. So there might be 2 camps in this pile. Either you aren't allowing yourself to tap into the truth of a situation, or you're not allowing yourself to tap into the truth that you need to start working on loving yourself deeper and more in congruence with where you want to be in life. I think some of you might be healing from the past at this time, so it's difficult for you to tap into where you are right now. And with this, the owl that we have here, it's almost like I'm seeing things as if I'm, like colorblind. So some of you might actually be colorblind. That's a confirmation for you. But it's almost like you are allowing yourself to feel into the past, but in such a way that you believe that you are still that person and you're not. And I hope this is making sense, Pile One. But what you need to do is stand your 2 feet firmly where you are right now. And you might be coming out of or wanting to go into a lot of shadow work, or wanting to go into a lot of self-healing. And they're saying, so stand solidly where you are. And you might be someone that's really successful in the healing modalities at this time, and you realize that you haven't gone as deeply as you needed to go, to perhaps be holding space, and that's going to be very specific for some of you out there. But this idea of we can only feel the light as much darkness as we've experienced, is what I want to share, Pile One. And there's this feeling of, oh, I need to dig deeper, and that's the truth that you've been avoiding. And this is not to take away from how far you've come on your journey. That's what Spirit is saying. But you have to come into deeper union with yourself, and what that might mean for your future and for the relationships around you. And remember that you're doing this for everyone, not just you. And that's something that has been drilled into me over the past week, and all of my places and spaces, and my time and my other channels. This idea of us healing ourselves isn't just for us, it's for the entirety of this planet, of this world. And some of you might not believe in those notions, but I found it really comforting to hear that. And I think that you might find some comfort in that too, no matter what you believe in, is that nothing that we go through is ever in vain. It is for the greater good of everyone. And sometimes I think things happen and it's really confusing to us, but our soul knows, our inner self knows, and we just have to work with what we have. And I think that's where some of you are. It's like you've gone through so much that you've almost it's like you've switched off to the world around you, and you've not allowed yourself to see that you needed to come back into center, and you needed to come back to self, so that you can hear Spirit. Some of you are asking to be put back into union with, your ancestors, with your teams, your tribes from other lifetimes, or those that are beyond the veil. And the only way to do that is to start coming back to yourself and to experience the nectar that is you. It's like you're incredibly divine, Pile One. And I think some of you might be shocked by this reading. You might be quite angry at me right now, to be honest with you, Pile One. And I understand why. I can feel why you might be this idea of disrespect keeps coming through. It's like, why aren't my guys respecting everything that I've done? And they're saying that they are, but they just want you to have more. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. And it's like, the more that you can step into your own nectar, into your own self-love, the more that you will release these limitations around you, Pile One. And I can't remember what's on this card, but I saw this before I sat down. Blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. I do have a blue flame meditation that I did some time ago, so I will link that in the description. That's all about getting into flow. The blue flame is about getting into flow, connected to water energy. So you might be connected to, Lemuria, Atlantis, all of those other incarnations and spaces. And the last card that we've got for you is light. It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. And that's it, Pile One. You're not allowing yourself to anchor into the depths of you. There is so much more to you than you're allowing yourself to see, and that's because you are in denial with how much you perhaps need to connect to another person, perhaps need to connect deeper to self, perhaps need to spend more time, looking at your shadow, looking at the darkness, looking at why you might be limiting yourself at this time. And, you might have a community that already rely on you. So you're feeling the pressure, Pile One, but I'm hearing you need to take that time for self so that you can, share more of your love with others. And, your teams, your work colleagues, I'm hearing, your clients, they should understand that you need to take a break. They should understand that you need to take some time out for you. And, they will find their path. So don't be staying somewhere just to sustain others, because that's not why we are on this journey. We are on this journey for, healing of ourselves first and foremost. So if there is something within you that you need to heal, take that time, step away, Pile 1, and come back when you are stronger so that you can fully support people. It's almost malpractice to, how do I want to word it? It's not, because it's not as strong as that, but for us to be able to be holding space for others, we have to feel in our strength, and you're not in that strength right now. Some of you in this pile, this doesn't go for everyone, so please, as I say, only take what resonates. But some of you are in denial right now about how much you need to heal in order to be holding space for others. Vision. Trust your ability to create the vision in your soul, and that's it. Come back to your soul, Pile 1, and just be honest with yourself and where you are right now, and know your limits. Set those boundaries with people. Know your limits. Say no. If it's too much, say no. If you're not ready, say no. And be truthful about your emotions at this time, Pile 1, because I think you're not allowing yourself to see your own inner light, and that's the truth of all of this pile. And apologies, because there's quite diverse messages here, and I think there's going to be a lot of different people coming into this space. And I just saw someone out of the corner of my eye, and that's a message for someone. Yeah, meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. The more that you can spend time with yourself in meditation, the quicker your gifts are going to come online for you, for those that have been asking. And also, I'm going to take this as the final card, abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. And that's connected to the idea of manifestation, and why you might be calling in abundance, and making sure that it is for light, why you are calling in abundance, Pile 1. But a lot of you here, an ancestor wants to speak with you. They're wanting to communicate with you. So if you do feel that calling to be connecting with me in that space, don't hesitate to reach out. But there is something about allowing yourself to... It's about being truthful to self right now, Pile 1, is the main message. Be truthful to yourself about your emotions, about your boundaries and what you need at this time. And I think some of you might be really surprised as to what you actually need, as opposed to what you think that you want. And that's a real strong message. What do you need versus what you think you want, Pile 1. So don't ignore that. Come back to self-care, come back to meditation, whatever form that takes, just walking, music, visioning, however this fits for you, and creating and being brought to clay. Some of you need to start getting more creative, having more of a creative practice, because you actually heal through the arts, I'm hearing, whatever that means to you. So come back to that. Come back to your understanding of who you are at your core center. And you're going to receive abundance, Pile 1. So don't worry about that. If you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing because you think that's the only way to achieve abundance, and you're not leading from a heart-centered space, from a soul-centered space, from a true abundant state, because in order to manifest, we need to be in receiving mode. So remind yourself of that as well, Pile 1. Okay, I'm being told this is the final card now. The last card that we've got is Free Spirit. Be free with spirit. To be free with spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. I love this card. I forget that this card exists, and when I hear that, my soul just sings. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. Okay, final card. I don't know why they're making me do this. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. The freedom to grow. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with the love and freedom to grow. Freedom to grow. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with the love and freedom to grow. Freedom to grow. And we've just concreted something in there for you, Pile 1, with the repetition of those affirmations. So remind yourself that you can have whatever you want. You just have to believe and to be manifesting from a heart-centered space. But if you would like an extended reading with me, Pile 1, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you would like help with connecting to your soul deeper, connecting to your tribe deeper, connecting to the sweet nectar that lives within you, also do not hesitate to reach out. I can work with you on a more personal level. But thank you for allowing me to be your reader, Pile 1. And yeah, thank you for being here today. So much love from me to you. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. This is your reading. Let's see what Spirit wishes to say to you today. Ooh. Deep sea diving. Way of the mystic. Learn through experience and depths. And that's in reverse. The sweet waters. Sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, and balance. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Hello, my fellow Pleiadians. It's been a little while since I've tapped into Pleiadian energy, actually. So, yeah, this is really nice. Thank you for being here. It's in you. And number 24. Yeah, we've got the third eye and the eye here as well. It's in you. I just had a song that's completely gone out of my head. It's in you. It will come to me. Pile 2, you are tapping into your divine feminine energy at this time. And your teams are saying, with this full moon in Aries, dare to believe that you can manifest the most abundant future that you could never have dreamed of for yourself. With this deep diving in the sea and it being in reverse, I'm hearing you've done so much work. So it's the opposite effect. You are going to rise up to this light now because you've allowed yourself to deep dive. So for those that have come from Pile 1, this is what you're gearing up for. If you can get through the sticky bit that you are in right now, the denial, you're going to be graced, with the love of the universe, with the love of God, whatever you want to insert word there, whoever is, your beings of light. But there's a strong energy of you're coming into the sweetness of your life right now, Pile 2. And it's because you've done so much hard work on yourself. So congratulations are in order. Allow yourself to receive, Pile 2. There is something within you that always feels like you need to be doing the hard work. And I think you might be trying to do the hard work for others. And Spirit's saying that you can't. They have to do it on their own. Yeah, I advanced through my own abilities. And this card flipped out when I was shuffling. I advanced through my own abilities. And you are advancing through your own abilities, Pile 2. And it's like, I'm seeing this as like you here, and it's almost like you're like, whoa, like what? Like, did I do that? Did I create that? And it's like, yes, you're in denial that you've created this world that you find yourself in, Pile 2. And this energy is so sweet that's coming through. I really want to give you a hug. Pile 2. I lie in truth. It's almost like you can't believe your own truth that you know to be true in your soul, Pile 2. And it's so funny the way it's coming through. Like, I want to laugh because it's just so sweet. Yeah, because you do speak positively of others all the time, Pile 2. I'm hearing you are just one of the sweetest that has ever lived. And, I can really feel your energy. And you're just so incredible, Pile 2. So believe that you are allowed to play, to have fun, to receive this new reality that you've been manifesting. Like, some of you have been manifesting really big things and you're not allowing yourself to believe that you deserve it. So come back to... I want you to write a list. Spirit is telling me to ask you to write a list of all the things that you've already achieved this life, all of the things that, you say to other people on a daily basis. Like, how many people come to you for advice, Pile 2, is what I want to share with you. And, you don't have to be in the healing realms at all. You don't have to be, outwardly connecting to spirit, divinating or anything like that to be an incredibly spiritual person and incredibly tapped in person. And you are Pile 2. It's like you're a golden child. You're a golden child, you're a rainbow child, you're an indigo child, you're definitely a starseed of sorts. You've lived multiple lives in many different incarnations and many different planetary systems, I'm being called to share. And specifically, you were a mermaid as well, and that's really going to resonate with some of you. But it's like you brought that celestial energy with you this lifetime, but maybe your life doesn't look like magic, yet you create magic. And you know this to be true, Pile 2. It's like there is just divine synchronicity all of the time around you, and you almost can't believe that it's you that creates this. And it's like, no, it's you. And I think sometimes other people wish it was them, and sometimes might say it's them. Like something might happen when you're out together, and that person is fully aware that it's because of you why that thing has happened, but they might be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I've just made this happen. And you know that it's you. So trust in your own magic. That's what it is, Pile 2. I couldn't bring it through. It's like you're not trusting in your own magic, because it's just pure and simply because you are too humble. And your spirit teams are saying, please, please, please start to have gratitude for yourself. Write a gratitude list for you of why you are so amazing, why you are so magical. And that's going to allow you to receive everything that you have been asking. And it's only because you're not allowing yourself to tap into, the love that you have for you. How do I want to say it? You're not allowing yourself to believe the love that you have inside of you is rippling out and affecting others' lives. And it is, Pile 2. It is. And it's because you are so humble that you don't accept this to be your truth. But Spirit is saying as soon as you start to accept that you are amazing, that's when more can come in for you. Yeah. It's 10 of Wands. You need to put the weight of other people down, Pile 2. You can be a helping hand without doing everything for others. And actually sometimes when we try and do things for others, we are actually hindering them. And this is the Moon card here for you, because it's an illusion to think that you can save anyone, Pile 2. Because people have to, souls, entities have to do it for themselves. Yeah, 7 of Cups. It's like I think you've tried to help some people, Pile 2, and you realize that, in trying to help them, you actually just hurt yourself. And Spirit is saying, it's okay. We all learn our lessons. So yeah, the High Priestess. So let that just be the lesson that you learn, Pile 2. There is something around some of you where, you feel like you've been burnt. You feel like you've been, wronged or hurt in some way, but the lesson that you learned from that was that you can't help others. Yeah, you can't bring people out from the cold if they don't want to be brought out from the cold themselves, Pile 2. And that's the truth of the situation. And just because we see others struggling, it doesn't mean that we can save them. Yeah, 2 of Wands. And you have to just, I'm hearing save yourself. So maybe some of you are feeling guilty from walking away from a situation. Maybe some of you are feeling, feeling like you did something wrong. So 2 of Swords. Or maybe some of you have come to a space of having to make a big decision. It's like, are you going to choose the light or the dark? And some of you are looking away from how light you are at this time. And some of you are really looking away from your intuition, and that this is the illusion. It's like the sun is over, the sun in this card is overcasting the moon, which I find interesting. And then we've got the Hanged Man and the sun. It's like you're in the upside down for some of you, and this is only going to resonate for some. That's why it's come almost at the end of this reading. But you're in the upside down. So there is a massive illusion around you, and this is an illusion that we are all part of in this world. We are struggling, fighting the light and the dark aspects of everything at this time. Pile 2 is what I want to share. And trust in that you are the light. Trust in that you can make manifest whatever you want to. got the Seven of Wands here. Trust that you have made enough movements to break free from something. Yeah, Page of Wands. And some of you might be at the start of something, but this is the start of, project number 20, project number 59, a whole new life. So they're saying allow that to be okay. Think about what you've already achieved, and, to be starting again is okay. Temperance. Maybe some of you are not wanting to start again because you feel like that's a failure in some way, but it's not. There is always evolution. There is always growth. There is always room for different, for more. Pile 2. So allow that to be your truth too. It's okay to want something different. It's okay to want to step in the light now. Yeah, some of you, that message is so strong. Yeah, and we've got this woman just looking straight up to the sun. And then we had the Hanged Man, with the sun behind his head. There's almost, there's two portals here. There's a portal here, there's a portal here. And then we've got this woman looking up to the light. It's like some of you are wanting to make that switch into the light, and do it. Pile 2. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be living a lighter life. And this might mean walking away from things that no longer serve you. Observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. And yeah, some of you just need to be very observant at this time. And you did have the eye of the tiger is coming through, but it's the lion, and the third eye here is being highlighted. And I was being drawn to the evil eye. I'm calling it the evil eye, but that actually came from a ring that I had a really long time ago. But there's this idea of, it's like you can't see your light because the people around you are so dense. Pile 2. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. And I think you might be fearful of stepping away from certain people, certain spaces, because you feel like you won't have anything left. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light, but you've done all that you can in certain situations. Pile 2. And now it's time to walk away. Now it's time to walk away, to just receive the world. I'm hearing. It's like, yeah, and this is a whole nother portal here. It's like, it's time to receive the world. I'm being drawn to a tail as well. So some of you might have felt like you've grown a tail at some point, or you see yourself with your tail in a celestial body, I'm hearing, which is such a cute message. And another card with another portal on there. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you, and have gratitude for you. Pile 2. I advance in my own abilities. You have grown so much. Pile 2. Beyond the point that, I think a lot of people think possible this lifetime. So remember that. Remember that you deserve everything. Final card, Blue Star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. Come back to your truth. Pile 2. Some of you have strayed from the path at this time because you're allowing others to dictate your moves. You have to move for you. And this might look very different to others. This might look very differently to a lot of people in your life right now, for those that this message resonates for, and that is okay. You can choose, to step in the light and the dark whenever you wish. And, this is for my expansive souls there. You're allowed to be everything. You're allowed to be shadow, light, angel, devil, demon. What else am I hearing? Fairy, mermaid. You're allowed to be everything. And if people are judging you for, showing up in all spaces, then they are not your people. I'm hearing it's almost like you are showing off. People think you are showing off, Pile 2, but you are just being you, and that's them projecting onto you. So if you are holding back to make others feel comfortable, then you are doing yourself a massive disservice. You are doing this world a massive disservice too, because the world needs you. The world needs people to be shining their light, showing their darkness, speaking their truth, because what else are we here to do? It baffles my mind sometimes when I try and have compassion for everyone's journey, but when I see people trying to tear people down because they are shining their light, it's just something I can't quite get my head around. And I never could, right from being young. I didn't understand why, people would bully other people, and yeah, it just boggles the mind to me. But I think you're being pushed at this time by others' eyes on you, Payotu, and you're fearful to step out in your full capacity, in your full strength, because you're afraid of what others might perceive you as. And if they are wounded by you stepping out in your full capacity, in your full truth, it's only to trigger them to come into that energy. So remember that. Yeah, bottom of the deck, truth. So sometimes the best way to help people is to shine your light. That is your truth, pile 2. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. Yeah, I'm going to end on that card because, yeah, I think that's the truth of a situation right now for a lot of you. You're afraid to step forward to be in your truth because it's triggered other people around you. And that's not your fault. That's not your problem, pile 2, quite frankly. And, at some point they will be thankful that you triggered them, because you will be pushing them to be a better version of themselves, is what I want to share, pile 2. But that's all I'm getting for your reading, pile 2. If you would like to have an extended reading with me, do not hesitate to reach out. And if you would like to work with me in terms of allowing you to step into your truth, into your full power, a lot deeper, then do not hesitate to reach out to me with that as well, pile 2, because I feel like there's just massive hesitancy right now within you, and that's okay. But your spirit guides and teams are saying the quicker that you can get over this energy, the quicker that you are to receive all that you've been asking for, all of those beautiful manifestations, and you rising like the phoenix back to the celestial skies, I'm hearing. So yeah, some of you are very incredibly expansive souls, so it would be a massive disservice to this world if you do not continue to shine your light as brightly as you can. So please, please, please stay strong, pile 2, stay loving, stay generous, and most of all, be generous to yourself is what I want to share. But thank you for allowing me to be your reader, pile 2, and so much love from me to you. Take care. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, this is your reading. Let's see what Spirit wishes to say to you with regards to this full moon in Aries, the harvest moon. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Getting tongue-tied. You and your loved ones are safe. A new moon in Cancer. Something might have happened within the last Cancer moon that we had. 21 and resilience, finding your limits. The last card that I've got for you is surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in the present moment. Pile 3. You're having to show such courage at this time. The most amount of courage that you've ever had to show in your life, I think, pile 3. And this is to help you understand who you are at a soul's level. There is something that, I feel like I've got a headache, like a splitting migraine. Some of you might be experiencing this as an ascension symptom. But there is an energy around you that is pushing you to surrender, to be resilient, to keep stepping one foot in front of the other. And you might be walking straight into more shadow work. And I think some of you are here to be like, oh my gosh, please do not say I need to do any more healing. And, I have completely been in that energy, pile 3. I still feel in that energy sometimes. The deeper and deeper and deeper I go on this journey, the more that, we have to excavate and heal, because we have to just release it all. And I think this is where you are. I think a lot of you pick up energies of others around you. You are deep, deep, deep empaths, and you're having to understand your own energetic body at this time, and to be purging a lot is what I'm hearing, pile 3. So surrender to where you are right now, and call in the dragons. Dragon energy came through with this reading. And trust in your teams of light more, pile 3. Allow them to help you where you are in your journey. Allow them to help you get to those murky depths so that you can heal things once and for all. I'm hearing there is an essence of needing things to just be healed once and for all. With the Page of Swords here, you've had to go back to the drawing book for some of you. You've had to go back to the drawing book. You've had to fight again. I'm hearing. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's almost like you were well on your way. You are well on your way to some sort of target, pile 3. And then it's like the rug was pulled from underneath you. Yeah, with the Star card. But that was your spirit family, your star family is coming in to actually save you, pile 3. There is something that's happened. There is something that's been blocked off, and yeah, you think this has brought you, the worst possible outcome. We've got 3 in the Empress, but actually it's brought you the next chapter of your life. I'm hearing, pile 3. Yeah, so just be right now. The Hermit. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to surrender. Allow yourself to trust your teams. Your teams of light are saying, please, 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 please trust us. And with this Aries harvest moon, just release everything that no longer serves you and be brutally honest with yourself, pile 3. What no longer serves you? What is it? What are these energies around you? What are these, who are these people around you that no longer serve you? What is this job that you need to walk away from? Who are these people? What is this relationship? Be brutally honest so that you can receive the Nine of Pentacles. There is something within your heart that is so aligned right now, pile 3. 10 of Swords, and it's almost like you are lying to yourself that you don't feel it. There is something around you that you feel in your heart. It's like something's an option, and you keep telling yourself that it's not, because it's almost like you can't believe it to be true. So take a look at your options, pile 3, because you're allowed to have something. Yeah, 20 in the Judgment. It's like you're allowed to have something. Or some of you are denying a gift from Spirit. That's so interesting. Some of you are denying a gift straight from Spirit. Yeah, Queen of Cups. And it's going to take all of your strength to believe it to be true, to allow it to come to you. For some of you, this is divine union with a counterpart. It's like you can't believe that is ever a possibility. And you're going to have to dig deep, to believe that, to know that you deserve that, pile 3. And then it's going to come in for you. Thick and fast, I'm hearing. Yeah, King of Swords. It's like there is someone out there for you, pile 3. And you have to believe this to be true. The Four of Cups. No, pile 3. I really don't mean to laugh, but I think you're sat in the most amount of grumps, the most amount of apathy right now, and your teams are saying, please trust us, keep going, keep healing, because things are going to move incredibly fast here. And I'm being drawn to the number 7. So some of you might have been seeing 777, number 17, angel numbers. Work with Mother Moon. Release all of the negative energy and come back into your knowing that you deserve the world. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles. It's like you've been sat in a lot of lack, pile 3. And your teams of light are saying, okay, let's just go straight from lack to the sun. Like, why not? Why not? They're like, it's time. Just believe that it's time. Yeah, the Tower. There is such a divine tower happening right now that you can't even see, pile 3. You're not allowing yourself to see that what you think is a tower has actually been the most prosperous thing that could ever happen, the Hanged Man. And it's going to take you tapping into your intuitive energies to trust. It's like you just have to trust your teams of light. They're saying, 2 in the High Priestess. They're saying, please, 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 trust that we know what we're doing. I think that's it, pile 3. I think you wanted a very specific outcome, or you wanted things to be now, and your teams of light are saying if it's not now, it's because it truly isn't time. And trust why that might be. Pile 3, it can be very detrimental to receive manifestations when we're not ready, because we might reject them, we might not accept them, we might, we might self-sabotage. So they're saying the more that you can trust where you are, to surrender to where you are, exactly as you are, and know that you are worthy. You have the High Priestess, the Sun, the Star, the Empress, and then you have this Four of Cups just sneaking in at the end. And the more that you surrender in this energy, the more you're going to catapult into all of these energies. Pile 3. Some of you put down a down payment and the Cancer moon. So go back and look at your manifestations for the Cancer moon, because some of you asked for something and that's coming in for you. Yeah, as soon as you can start to heal even more, deeper is what I'm hearing. Pile 3. You have to go deeper into your soul. You have to go deeper into your spirit. You have to go deeper with your guides, I'm hearing for some of you. It's like allow them in. Some of you aren't allowing them in. And you have to let them in to love you. That's the main message that's coming through. Let them in to love you, Pile 3. Some of you, you might have been really, really hurt recently. And, we all go through those energies, and it makes us not trust our guides. We think, why did you put us through all of that pain to not receive? And I think you're in the energy of feeling like you're not going to receive. We've got the Four of Wands. Please go out and play, Pile 3. Please go out and play, even when the energies don't call for it. Yeah, because that's going to bring you your everything. The more that you can play, the more that you can trust, the more that you can surrender to light, to love, to those around you. You and your loved ones are safe. Yeah, trust that you're safe, Pile 3. Ace of Wands. There might be there might have been a lot of trauma you've been having to work through, and your teams are saying, come back to love, loving on yourself, letting others around you love you. 6 and the Lovers. There is someone around you right now, Pile 3. It's like, I'm hearing that they could be your counterpart, the Moon, and number 18. But you're having to work through your shadow to let this in. And only take what resonates, Pile 3. You're going to know if that's your message or not. But there is someone around you right now that could be your counterpart, and it's going to take you working through your shadow to allow that to be the truth. 8 and Strength. The infinity symbol is important. I always feel that with this card. Stay in your strength, Pile 3. Stay in the energy of love. Surrender and receive. Allow the universe to give to you what they can right now. I think you might be pushing everything away because you feel in such pain, so you have to release that pain, Pile 3, so that you can just feel all the love that's around you. You are so loved by so many, Pile 3, and it's making me want to cry, because I can feel that you just can't feel it, and it's because you've been hurt so much, Pile 3, and your teams are saying that they're sorry. They are sorry that you feel in such pain, but you have to trust them that it's not in vain. And this is something that I keep saying across the board. We choose these difficult lives so that then we can receive all of the love, all of the light, after we've worked through all of our darkness and all of our shadow. So surrender and believe that to be the truth, Pile 3. Because you know it in your heart. You know that you haven't come this far to just not receive. That's just not a possibility. The teams of light is saying, the laws of the universe, even if we didn't want to give you all of the things you've been asking for, which they obviously do, they're saying we would have to anyway, because the pendulum always swings the other way. Wow, 5 of Wands. You're in a lot of conflicting energy within yourself, within your vessel, Pile 3. And all you have to do is release with this Aries harvest moon. And things have aligned in such a way so that you can release with this moon, because it is so potent. So they're saying you might feel in the most amount of pain right now so that you can release it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to receive the world. And I'm going to end on that card. A sacred geometry is here. Sacred geometry is really important to some of you. You might want to look into that and to be really focusing in on the moon cycles, because you really heavily work with the moon cycles and with wolf energy as well. But you are an incredibly powerful soul, and you know, you have gone through so much pain because you knew you could handle it. And a message that is coming through time and time again in all of my spaces is that when we are in pain, it's not just for us, it's for the entirety of this world, this planet, the universe. So remember that if you've gone through so much pain, it's because you knew you could work through it and allow others to receive so much light for the things that you have sacrificed. So surrender to that. If you feel like you have sacrificed so much, surrender that to be your truth, and then allow yourself to receive. Your spirit teams are not denying the pain that you've been in, the torment, the torture you've been through. Some of you, they're not denying that, but they're saying you did it because you knew you could work through it and you could bring more light into this planet. Pile 3. We're drawn to 55 and 19 on the clock there. I wish I could give you a massive hug, Pile 3. If you would like to work with me on, you know, working with your energetic body to be pulling out some of this negative energy, I'm a Reiki master. Do not hesitate to reach out, because, yeah, I feel like my energy really aligns with you, Pile 3. I can really empathize with where you are right now in your journey, and, you know, I can help you, and that is what I want to share. But so much love from me to you, Pile 3. Please, please, please release with this Aries full moon so that you can receive this harvest from this moon. Your teams of light are saying that, you know, they're sorry, this might feel like a trick, but it's so you can receive with this moon. So just release it all with this Aries moon. I'm being drawn to fire, I'm being drawn to sacred waters. So working with the elements as well will help you release, Pile 3, so that you can receive all of this love. You are the Empress, you are the Star, you are the High Priestess, you are the Sun, you are the World, you are the Moon, and you are the Two of Cups. All you have to do to receive all of that energy that is already within you is surrender. It's such a powerful spread, Pile 3. I can't begin to describe how powerful you are, how beautiful you are, how amazing you are. So please just surrender and allow yourself to heal, release, because then you can receive. You can receive everything you've been asking for. But so much love from me to you, Pile 3. Please do take care.